Hi everybody, I'm Phil Amendolia with LS2 Helmets, and this morning I had a question from a customer via ADV Rider that's having a little challenge with the lens on their FT2 LS2 helmet. It's fogging, and it should be a Fogfighter lens and not fog. Now, we're still going back and forth. I don't know all the details on that, but I thought it would be a good chance to just tell you a little bit more about these lenses, whether it's ours or another brand's. We all use a very similar chemical process. Of course, some are better than others. I'd like to think that the Fogfighter lens is one of the better on the market. Our lenses are optically correct, and the treatment does work very, very well. Now, again, it's a coating on the inside of the lens. So one of the things that you need to know is that it doesn't last forever. And I personally have had this type of coating on another brand prior to my working for LS2. I got 4 years or more out of one. I don't know exactly, but I'm certain it was at least 4 years, and it was still working fine when I got rid of the helmet. I've known other people who have gotten as low as 1 year out of them. Now, one of the things you want to think about is if a helmet is sitting in a warehouse somewhere and it's there for maybe a year, and then it goes to a dealership and it might be there for who knows how long, and then you get it, all of that time prior is still eating away at that shield, so it could cut down the usable lifespan that you get out of it. Now, another factor is the way you clean it. And I always recommend you use these microfiber cleaning cloths like this. They work very, very well. They don't scratch. And I use pure water. That's the only thing I use to clean my shields. Now, there are some great products out there. I wouldn't be able to recommend any directly because I've never used them, and I don't know what effect they might have on that Fogfighter lens. But if you talk to your dealer or the manufacturer, they ought to be able to tell you if those are okay. I do know people that have had fog-treated lenses that the fog treatment started to wear out, and they used the aftermarket fog treatments with great success. So, the way you clean it is important. You never want to use anything that has ammonia in it, because that will strip the anti-fog off directly. It'll never work again if you use that type of cleaner. Another factor is just the fact that when the inside of the shield is dirty, sometimes they will start to fog even though the treatment's still there. You know, the oils from your skin and perspiration and that type of thing, as you're riding, they evaporate, they cling to the inside of the shield, and that's actually what you're seeing fog up rather than the shield itself. So again, use one of those microfiber lenses, and I use pure water to clean the inside. Now, another misconception. I've seen people pick up shields and they breathe on them and they see them fog, and the fog clears pretty quickly, so they assume that that's a treated shield. But it's not. I'm going to show you an example of what I mean. This is a non-treated shield. You can see my breath came across the shield, and you can see that it's starting to go away pretty quickly. But that's not treated, and if you start riding in that fog is going to build up very quickly, and before long you won't be able to see at all. Now, this is a Fogfighter lens. This is off of my helmet. This shield is about a year old, excuse me, a year and a half old. And I'm going to show you the difference. You can see that it doesn't fog up at all. There's nothing to clear. It never adheres to the inside of the shield. But if you treat them properly, store them properly, clean them routinely with the right treatments, they should last for a very, very long time. Again, you're going to get a year to, I've had as many as 4. I've known people that have said they've gotten more than that out of them. And then realize that, again, it does have a limited lifespan. So I hope that was useful information, and in the meantime, these Fogfighter lenses are really cool. They do work well. I live in Northern California, where certain times of the year it's very foggy, very cold, the worst conditions for the inside of a shield, and my shield stays clean. So clean your shield, apply a fog-free or buy a fog-treated shield, and enjoy the ride.